I first joined S.H.I.E.L.D., I thought I was going straight. But I guess I just traded in the KGB for Hydra.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst things to happen to Black Widow.
I guess we both know who it's gotta be.
I guess we do.
I'm sorry. We had our orders and we played our roles.
It wasn't real.
Destroy Natasha Romanoff, the old Black Widow.
For this list, we're looking at the most harrowing events that this Avenger had to go through. We'll be looking at moments from the comics and the movies. Watch out for spoilers ahead. What do you think is the craziest thing Black Widow survived? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Running from a rampaging Hulk, the Avengers. When Natasha met Bruce Banner, it was clear she was scared of what would happen if Hulk came out.
Stop lying to me! I'm sorry, that was mean. I just wanted to see what you do.
Unfortunately, she's forced to face her fears later on. Loki's evil plot eventually leads to Black Widow being trapped with Bruce as he starts hulking out.
We're gonna be okay, all right? I swear on my life, I will get you out of this. You will walk away and never ever—
Your life!
After her attempts to calm him down fail, she's forced to fight for her life alone against the angry green guy. Since Natasha has no way to harm the Hulk, all she can do is run and try to survive his hits until backup arrives. Judging by the stunned look on her face after the incident, Hulk's rampage truly shook her to the core.
So, this all seems horrible.
I've seen worse.
Sorry.
Number 9. Getting kidnapped by Ultron, Avengers Age of Ultron. During Avengers Age of Ultron, Natasha puts her life on the line to prevent Ultron from getting a powerful new body.
Hey, package is airborne. I have a clean shot.
Negative. I am still in the truck.
The hell you
Just be ready. I'm sending the package to you.
But her brave actions get her kidnapped and knocked unconscious by one of the villain's drones. When Natasha wakes up, she finds herself trapped in an underground facility with no way out. Ultron makes matters worse by giving an intimidating speech while she can't fight back.
The world would have looked to the sky and seen hope, seen mercy. Instead, they'll look up in horror because of you. You've wounded me.
Fortunately, the villain's flair for the dramatic gave Natasha an opportunity to secretly reach out to the Avengers. But if Ultron had discovered what she was doing, there was a real chance that her friends wouldn't have found her until it was too late.
Natasha! Natasha!
Bruce?
You alright?
Number 8. Natasha's old employers clone her without consent. Tales of Suspense Volume 1, issue number 104.
The new Black Widow.
But I destroyed the Red Room program.
And I brought it back.
The morally bankrupt people who ran the Red Room program made tons of Black Widow clones that they intended to use as weapons.
What have you done?
After one of these Natasha copies gains all the memories of the original, she decides to take the rest of the imitators out. The good clone goes undercover as a Red Room teacher until she finally gets an opening to rebel. She's forced to fight a ton of her fellow copies solo until Hawkeye and Winter Soldier arrive to lend a hand. By the end of the story, it's unclear if the original Black Widow was even aware these clones existed. But we know that she would not approve of her likeness being used to spread more misery.
There's room for two of us. There's room for all of us. I don't dare!
Nowhere left to run.
Number 7. Being forced to fight her foster father. Black Widow, Deadly Origin issue number 4.
My girls are the toughest girls in the world.
No matter what Natasha did or who she worked for, Ivan Petrovich was consistently there as her father figure. So she was genuinely hurt when she heard that he had been executed. But the situation was worse than she imagined. It turned out that Ivan faked his demise so he could manipulate her while he became a powerful robotic supervillain.
What he's done here, what he's been doing for the last few years. I mean, the scene that he left. I gotta tell you, there's a part of me that doesn't even want to find him.
Unfortunately, she had no choice but to fight her father figure for the greater good. Although Natasha kept her composure and managed to eliminate Ivan, the battle couldn't have been easy. She had to watch a loved one she thought was lost get twisted beyond recognition before dealing the final blow.
One thing's for sure. It's gonna be a hell of a reunion.
Number 6. Black Widow is hunted by the Winter Soldier. Captain America the Winter Soldier. Before the events of Captain America the Winter Soldier, the ruthless Winter Soldier shot Natasha just so he could get his target.
But the Winter Soldier was there. I was covering my engineer, so he shot him straight through me. Soviet slug.
He tries to eliminate her again when she teams up with Cap and gets on Hydra's bad side. Natasha has to do everything she can to stay out of Winter Soldier's metal grip. And since he's enhanced with a version of the Super Soldier Serum, she's only able to slow him down. The Winter Soldier eventually manages to shoot her again and leave her with a wound that could have cost Natasha her life if it was left untreated.
We need to get a doctor here. We don't put pressure on that wound, she's gonna bleed out here in the truck.
In both cases, she was hurt by the relentless assassin while trying to do some good. Natasha never deserved to be attacked by the deadly villain.
She's lost at least a pint.
Maybe two. Let me take her.
Number 5. Defeating Hawkeye so she can sacrifice her life. Avengers Endgame. Upon arriving on Vormir to get the Soul Stone, Hawkeye and Black Widow discover that one of them has to give up their life to pick up the cosmic item.
You must lose that which you love. An everlasting exchange. A soul for a soul.
The heroine decides to make the ultimate sacrifice to complete the plan to restore the billions of lives that were lost. But Hawkeye argues that he should be the one to die.
I'm trying to save your life, you idiot.
Yeah, well, I don't want you to. How's that? Natasha, you know what I've done.
Black Widow is forced to fight her closest friend in the world to keep him from losing his life. She finally triumphs in the end after she forces Hawkeye to let go of her.
Let me go.
No. Please, no.
Although Black Widow knew what she was doing, giving up her life while hurting her best friend had to be unimaginably painful. Number 4. Interrogated so hard that she developed a split identity. Marvel Team Up Volume 1, number 85.
You know what it's like to be unmade.
You know that I do.
Spider-Man is on patrol in New York City when he notices his fellow superhero Natasha is being attacked by multiple assailants. But when he talks to her one-on-one, she insists that she's a school teacher named Nancy Rushman who has massive gaps in her memory. Black Widow is attacked by enemies and allies for days on end before she finally learns the truth. It turns out that she was captured by supervillains and refused to talk. So they interrogated and tormented her so harshly for so long that she developed a split personality to protect her mind.
Will that be all, Mr. Stark? Yes, that will be all, Miss Rushman. Thank you very much.
Seeing Natasha suffer so much for being loyal to her friends was horrific. She nearly and literally lost herself to save others.
Natasha.
I've been compromised.
Number 3. Brainwashed and forced to fight her loved ones. Winter Soldier Volume 1, Issue number 12.
I know how much Barnes means to you. I really do. Stay home. You only make this worse for all of us.
While Black Widow and Bucky Barnes were working together and dating, the heroine is kidnapped by a villain named Leo Novakov. He proceeds to brainwash her and force her to fight against her boyfriend. During a climactic showdown, Hawkeye is forced to shoot her in the leg to get away from the villain. When Natasha finally gets medical attention to patch her up and undo the brainwashing, it's revealed that she no longer has any memories of Bucky. It was bad enough that she was forced to attack people against her will, but losing all the memories of someone that loved and understood her made her horrible days of brainwashing even worse.
What have I done?
You saved us.
But at what cost?
Number 2. Assassinated by a warped Captain America. Secret Empire, Issue number 7.
That's okay. Trust me. Hail Hydra.
After Captain America is twisted into becoming a villain named Hydra Supreme, Black Widow teams up with heroes to try and bring him down permanently. She and her fellow heroes learn that the young Miles Morales is apparently destined to strike the fatal blow. So, Natasha has the young Spider-Man locked away so he won't become a killer. But when Miles escapes and tries to fight Cap anyway, she stands in between them.
Steve, you know what's about to happen. Do you really want to punch your way out of this one?
In the heat of battle, the evil Steve ends her life with one blow. All Natasha wanted to do was prevent Miles from doing something he couldn't take back. Sadly, that noble act was only achieved after a twisted version of Cap took her life.
Can't get her back. What? It can't be undone.
Before we unveil our number one pick, here are some honorable mentions. Getting abandoned by Bruce Banner, Avengers: Age of Ultron.
We can't track you in stealth mode. So help me out. I need you.
Forced to go on the run after siding with Captain America, Captain America: Civil War.
T'Challa told Ross what you did, so they're coming for you.
I'm not the one that needs to watch their back.
Being told to assassinate her ally Marina, Black Widow, issue number 20.
And even though they're gone, I'm still trying to be better.
Nearly assassinated after parting ways with Hawkeye, The Avengers Volume 1, issue number 16.
She's going to get worse, way worse, but we still have a chance to save her if we act quickly.
Orphaned at a young age, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
During my little hiatus, I went back to Russia and tried to find my parents. 2 little gravestones by a chain-link fence.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Enduring Training in the Red Room, Marvel Comics and the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
He controls the Red Room. They're manipulated. Fully conscious, but no choices.
Virtually every version of Black Widow had to endure the Red Room as a child. This Russian program was designed to train young girls to become deadly agents. While accounts differ as to what Natasha faces in the Red Room, there are some horrifying recurring events. She often gets rigorous physical punishment, is occasionally brainwashed, and is encouraged to take innocent lives. One of the worst aspects of the Red Room is that the people in charge make it so that it's impossible or at least extremely difficult for Natasha to conceive a child.
In the Red Room, where I was trained, where I was raised, they have a graduation ceremony.
The amount of suffering she had to endure at a young age is terrible to imagine. Natasha was forced to become a deadly assassin before she understood that it would lead to a lifetime of pain.
We have to go back to where it all started, so they never do that to anyone again.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.